Hello, I hope you had a wonderful day. Welcome to tonight's adventure. Now that you are in your cozy bed, get ready for a journey filled with magic, wonder, and fun. Little dreamers, let's begin our story. The name of tonight's tale is Lumina and the Enchanted Forest. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between tall mountains and lush green plains, there lived a young girl named Lumina. She was very beautiful. Her hair was golden and shiny, and her eyes were big and blue. But what truly made Lumina special was her endless curiosity. Every day, she wandered in the meadows, chasing butterflies, and listening to the joyful songs of the birds. However, just beyond the village lay a mysterious forest that no one dared to enter. The villagers called it the Enchanted Forest and shared tales with fear and worry about magical creatures, talking animals, and ancient spells. They said that if someone entered the forest, time would stop for them, and they would never be able to leave. Despite these warnings, Lumina was eager to discover the secrets within the forest. One afternoon, Lumina decided to follow her heart. She quietly passed through the village gates and stepped into the enchanted forest. As soon as she entered, a gentle breeze carrying the sweet scent of wildflowers brushed against her. The forest was filled with very tall trees. The leaves of the trees shimmered as if stardust had been sprinkled over them. A soft laugh could also be heard in the air. But this laugh wasn't like a human's. It was softer and more magical. The more Lumina went deeper into the forest, the more amazing things she saw. Suddenly, Lumina noticed something unusual, a very old oak tree with a small wooden door. Her curiosity was sparked, and she gently knocked on the door. To her surprise, a small fox wearing a green vest opened the door. The fox cheerfully said, "Hello, Lumina. I've been waiting for you." With eyes widened in surprise, Lumina replied, "Waiting for me?" The fox, with a sparkle in his eyes, answered, "Yes, I am Finn, the guide of this magical place. Not everyone can enter this forest. Only those with brave spirits and hearts full of love are allowed. And it seems that you are one of them." Lumina could barely believe what she was seeing. But before she could ask more questions, Finn motioned for her to follow him. "Come, there are many things to see. The forest has wonderful things to show you." They walked along a winding path, and Lumina was amazed by scenes that felt like a dream. Glowing mushrooms that hummed softly, animals that spoke, and rivers filled with magical stones. Lumina suddenly realized that the light in the forest never faded. Even though it should have been night by now, the forest was bathed in a gentle glow. Lumina asked in wonder, "Why is it always bright here?" Finn answered with laugh, "It's part of the magic. The Enchanted Forest is a place where time flows differently. There is always enough time here for adventures." When they reached the center of the forest, Lumina saw a magnificent crystal tree decorated with bright, jewel-like blossoms. Below the tree, a calm and clear river flowed. Over the river, there was a bridge surrounded by a glowing aura. Finn pointed to the tree and said, "This tree is the heart of the forest. It keeps all the magic of the forest alive, and that bridge leads to the land of forgotten wishes. Only the bravest can cross it." Lumina asked while her curiosity was piqued, "What is there in the land of forgotten wishes?" Finn looked at her seriously and said, "It is a place where all forgotten wishes are kept. Some are small, like the wish for an extra piece of candy, and some are big, like the wish to bring a loved one back. These are wishes that couldn't be granted at the moment they were made, but could be fulfilled over time. However, because of disappointment, these wishes were buried deep within people's hearts and forgotten. When that happens, the wishes come to the land of forgotten wishes and remain there until someone remembers them at the right time to be fulfilled." Just then, the crystal tree began to glow, and a deep, soothing voice filled the air. "Lumina, There is a wish that needs your help. Long ago, someone from your village made this wish but has since forgotten it. The time has come for this wish to be fulfilled. Will you help them?" Lumina eagerly replied, "Yes, of course." Suddenly, the branches of the tree began to sway, and a glowing leaf gently fell into Lumina's hands. The tree spoke again. "This leaf will show you the way. Cross the bridge. What you seek is hidden in the land of forgotten wishes." With Finn by her side, Lumina stepped onto the glowing bridge. They crossed it step by step and entered a land even more magical than the Enchanted Forest, a meadow filled with floating, glowing orbs. Each orb represented a forgotten wish. The magical leaf guided Lumina and Finn to a small orb that was flickering. The orb seemed like a candle about to go out. Finn softly said, "I think this is the one." Lumina reached out and touched the orb. Suddenly, a vision appeared before her. She saw a rejuvenated old woman from her village. The woman had made a wish many years ago for her son, who was lost at sea, to return home safely. But over the years, as her son didn't return, she had buried that wish deep in her heart. Finn explained, "Now her wish can be fulfilled, and you can help her." Lumina quickly returned to the village and shared the story with the old woman. The woman remembered her son and, with tearful eyes, wished for his return. A few days later, a miraculous event happened. The old woman received a letter delivered by a bird. The letter was from her son. He had survived the storm years ago and had taken refuge on a distant island, trying to find a way back home. The village was filled with excitement, and everyone worked together to find a way to bring the old woman's son home. In the end, the villagers succeeded in rescuing the son and bringing him back to the village. From that day on, Lumina was known as the girl who could fulfill the villagers' forgotten wishes. She continued her adventures in the Enchanted Forest and, as always, listened to the voice of her heart. And that was the end of tonight's adventure. Little dreamers, I hope you enjoyed this magical journey. Now, as the night grows deeper and your eyes grow heavier, it's time to drift into sweet dreams. I hope you have good dreams. We'll meet you again in our next magical tale. Good night.